On the Shortness of Life by Seneca. Even though the essay was written over 20 centuries ago, On the Shortness of Life contains timeless wisdom that ultimately left me asking myself, am I truly living? Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca famously states that you must not think a man has lived long because he has white hair and wrinkles. He has not lived long, just existed long. I began to think, I could live to be 100 years old, but if I were to spend my time at a job I don't like, constantly arguing with my wife over whose turn it is to take out the trash, scrolling through social media for hours on end, buying an expensive new car to impress other people, or spending years drowned in alcohol, would I have truly lived? I came to the conclusion that I would find it hard to believe that while I am lying on my deathbed, I will look back fondly on these memories. More likely, I will have removed these images from my memories, leaving me with little to nothing to recollect. Seneca asks us, what if we had a tally of all of our future years, just like we have for our past years? How alarmed would you be with how few years you have left? How careful would you be with those years? Now imagine that somebody handed you the remaining years of your life as a stack of money. Now, unlike actual money, this is non-renewable. You can't generate any more than what was given to you. As your life goes on, you spend your time and watch the stack disappear. You spend 2 hours a day on social media. You stream a few hours of reality TV every week. You spend 8 hours each day at a job that gives you no satisfaction. In fact, you work overtime most nights to try to impress your boss and keep up with those payments for that fancy car you got to try to impress your neighbors. By the time you get to retirement, you see just how little your stack is, and you begin to panic. You look back at all the ways your time was spent. You notice how little of it was spent truly living. What happened to your goal of getting in shape? What happened to your goal of traveling across the country with your family? What happened to that business that you wanted to start? You tell yourself you didn't have time, but in actuality, you had the time. You just didn't know how to spend it. Instead of the hour at the gym, you spent an hour on social media. Instead of that family vacation, you bought that fancy car. Instead of turning that business idea into a reality, you continued to work at your job and then spent those hours outside of work idly in front of a screen. It's funny. We fear taking risks that could help us live out our dreams today as if we will die soon. However, at the same time, we put our hopes and dreams on the back burner as though we are destined to live forever. Seneca advises us that putting things off is the biggest waste in life. It takes away our present days by promising a future. The future is uncertain. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Therefore, Seneca advises us to live immediately. Seneca advises us that time is the one resource that we should be stingy with. So why don't we start being as stingy with our time as we are with our money? So to summarize Seneca's work, newsflash, life is short, but it's long if we know how to use it. Like the old man who has no other proof of his life than his age, what proof of your life do you want to have when you are older? What experiences do you want to define you? Look, we are not destined to live forever, so let's stop acting as if we are. Live with a sense of urgency. As you go into the next 7 days of your life, find a way to pursue those things that you are passionate about and start creating the proof of your life that you'll remember when you're older. That's what I gathered from Seneca's On the Shortness of Life. I'm Michael, and this has been your dose of development.